Well, while we wait for him, do you three want to share with me what your number one thing is that you're excited for or nervous for in the fall? Either or is fine.
I'm nervous about, eating at the Commons, or not at the Commons, but getting food from the Commons. Hope I have enough control over what I want, over what I get, despite not having the buffet style anymore.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have choice. I always used to go to the Commons as a staff member because I liked that you could get 3 different side salads if you wanted to and some ice cream. I don't know how they're going to do that with boxed meals, but we will figure it out. Samantha or Michael, which one of you wants to say what you're most excited or nervous for in the fall?
I would say just go back just to do Pokemon Go and everything, but the one disadvantage I want to talk about is will Smashburger or Chick-fil-A or other than the Commons will be open and stuff like that too?
They should be open. It's just that places like the Commons that used to do buffet style are not going to be able to do that anymore. And all of the places where you used to be able to get your food and then sit down and eat, those places are going to be closed for social distancing. So you'll have to take your food outside or to your dorm to eat it.
Okay.
That's not a big deal though.
Jackson or Sam, which one of you wants to share your top anxiety or something you're looking forward to with the fall? Sam, you want to go?
I think my top anxiety is not going to be able to come to campus much because I already have 2 classes that are going to be remote and I have not heard from the other one. So,
gotcha. So you should hear by the end of next week. But CSP is planning so that we have basically a worst case scenario in case everything goes online. So you should be able to, the way it's going to look is that instead of just meeting up with your mentor like 5 minutes before class starts in person, you're going to spend like a video chat like this 5 or 10 minutes before class to check in and make sure that you are ready with your homework, you have all the materials you need for class, and to kind of talk through anything that's upcoming. So that time that you would typically spend before or after class is going to be a separate video call, just so we make sure that that conversation still happens. Because I know mentors in class is a really big help for a lot of people. And then on top of that, you'll be able to record every Zoom or Canvas like lecture session basically, which is really great. So even though your mentor is going to be helping you take notes, if, you know, for whatever reason you need a little bit of extra help, you'll be able to go back to that recording, which I think is great because we don't necessarily have that when we're in person. Jackson, do you want to share your top takeaway?
You said either my worst anxiety or my biggest excitement.
Or both.
Either. My biggest my biggest excitement would be that I can have structure again, because I remember in
I need that too.
I remember back in March and April, I had very little actual structure. As much as I tried to give myself structure, I could have done a better job. I'll admit to that. I'll atone. Wait, wrong word. That whatever. You all know what I mean. You all know what I mean. Whatever.
Yeah. So is that something you're dreading or looking forward to, or kind of both?
I don't want
the structure.
A little bit of both. I'm more excited about it than I am dreading it.
That's true, and you're gonna have cool classes. But like, I'll be honest, knowing that I had to keep y'all on track helped me stay on track personally. So the summer has been kind of rough. But so something for everyone to take away is that, you know how sometimes if you have an online class, it'll tell you like, okay, this is stuff you need to get done this week, just like as a weekly module, instead of saying, okay, this is what you need to do on Monday, this is what you need to do on Wednesday, that kind of thing. If you have a mentor in a class, your mentor is going to make it structured so that even if it's a class that says, okay, here's the week 1 materials, they're going to expect you to meet with them at a specific time for a specific amount on Mondays and Wednesdays at this set time to get that content done and to work through those assignments. So that's going to create a little bit more structure instead of spending all of your Sunday nights cramming until 11:59 to try to get stuff done. I know that's something Sarah has a little bit of experience with, so thank you for your learning experience with that. Do you guys have any big pieces of wisdom? Because I know Sarah's been in the program for 4 or 5 years, Jack 3 years, Michael, Sam, you've been around for a minute. What do you wish you knew as a freshman? What do you wish you knew as a freshman before you ever walked into CSP? Sarah, Sam, Michael, any big freshman insights? What do you wish you knew as a freshman?
What do you mean? Can you explain that a little bit?
Like, what advice would you give yourself if you were a freshman now? Like, what did you learn that would have been really helpful for you to know before you started?
I don't know how much this would have helped me to know, but I think it might help some freshmen coming in. People are very accepting of neurodivergence on campus, even outside the CSP.
Yeah, just be honest about what you need and people will help you out.
I've made friends outside the CSP as well, and they've been nice and helpful. So don't be scared of the neurotypicals.
You're gonna make me steamy about or like a little misty about the EMU campus as a whole. Michael, Sam, any wisdom for the freshmen?
Actually, I kind of wish I had known this when I was a freshman. It's okay to disclose if you're having problems and that it's okay to ask for help. It kind of took me a long time to see that.
I think that's really wise.
I
I would add that the best
agree.
place to ask for that help is 1, in office hours, and 2, study tables, and 3, in weekly meetings. Would you agree with that, Samantha?
Yes.
Is there anything you would add to that about when it's okay to ask for help or when you should ask for help?
When, probably during office hours.
Yeah, we might do a separate video about how to go to office hours. Would you be open to helping me with that?
Yes, sir.
I know Jackson has gone to office hours over Zoom.
I've actually done it a couple times, but.
Cool. My goal is to be able to kind of share the student perspective a little bit more because I know y'all have heard me and other support coaches and Callie and Dr. Sally talk forever and ever and ever. But I think that you guys have a lot of wisdom too. All right, Michael, do you want to finish this off here? Is there anything you want to add?
Well, I would say,
especially freshmen from out of state. Michael's from out of state.
Yes, I live in Illinois because of the only way to get help. So at this point, as a freshman, you need to organize your schedule a bit, and you have to get things that's convenient to you every day.
What type of things are convenient to you in your schedule now, Michael? Like if you're talking about going back in the fall, what kind of things in your schedule are you thinking about?
Free time, classes, go to different places, food.
Yeah, so
others.
It's important to have structure so that you can make sure you get everything done because it's a lot different than high school.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the recording. I appreciate you all endlessly for your participation in this. It is impossible to do this by myself. And I am so thankful for your perspectives. You guys should be like the big brothers and big sisters of every new freshman that comes in because you have a lot of combined wisdom.